Hey Virgos, welcome to Abundant Life Divination. I am Drea and I am here to do your month ahead reading for October 2022. We're going to jump right in and pull some oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding you for this reading. Let's get into it. Oh, okay. So we have a couple that came flying out. The first card we have is Imagine, and the second card that we have is Not For You. So we're going to set those there and get back to them in just a second. We're going to pull another oracle card and see what other energy is surrounding you. And we also have Abundance. So this is an interesting little mix of cards that we have for you, my Virgos. Imagine, Not For You, and Abundance. What this feels like coming in is that I almost have the sense that you all are not dreaming big enough. That this world that you are currently in is not what was meant for you. And it almost feels as though you are holding yourself back. You're almost playing very small in regards to what it is that you want, what it is that you think that you can have out of this life. And so this is not, I'm not getting a sense that the things that you would want if you allowed yourself to dream are not for you. It's actually the opposite. Like, you're not dreaming big enough. You are not going big. It's like, go big or go home. Virgos, I think you went home. And it's like, why are you not going big? Because it feels like there's abundance that's waiting for you. And so I feel like with this message, Spirit is saying, those wildest dreams that you may have given up on at some point because of challenges or obstacles or whatever, now might be the time to go ahead and revisit that and see what this world has in store for you. But it's such a sense of anticipation. Like, I wish I could describe it to you all. Like, there's this feeling bubbling up in me like, oh my God, something good is coming towards you. But this existence that you have right now, my Virgos, that's not it. That's not all that was meant for you. So let's get into some tarot. We are not taking all of those. We're going to start with the energy that's surrounding you this month. And we'll take the two reasonable cards that flipped over. We have the Ten of Swords and we have the Hermit. There is some healing that you are undergoing this month, Virgos. With the Hermit, that is a very sort of solitary energy. Someone who is looking for that light in the dark. This person is trying to find their path forward. And with the Ten of Swords, this is about heartache, betrayal, just a complete lack of trust for the people around you. So for my Virgos out there, it feels like you have experienced a pretty rough time. And I don't think that this is something that's necessarily situational, like, oh, it happened a couple of weeks ago. I feel like this has been something that's been drawn out for you. It's like week after week, month after month, like some bullshit. And you're just like, I am tired. I am so tired. And it feels like October is the time for you to retreat and try and gain a little bit of clarity to figure things out. That's what I see with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit, that this is your recovery mode, that you're trying to get past some experiences that you've had that haven't necessarily been the most positive. And it's like, all right, I need a break. I need a reset. I need to get my mind right is what I'm feeling. Now, something that you are leaving behind, something that you are moving past, the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Now, I know that I did not want this channel to be all about relationships or anything like this, but what it feels like for a lot of you out there was the prospect of a relationship that did not necessarily work out. There was something that was very excited for you. You thought it was going to be a new beginning with someone that you thought was stable, and it may have turned out that that was not the case. If it's not relationship focused, there's an opportunity that you thought you would have that did not necessarily come to fruition. And it feels like it's kind of sticking with you, that it's a little bit challenging for you to try and get past. But in order for you to go to the next iteration of your life, this is something that you will need to figure out how to leave behind. Now, if you need to go out into the middle of a field and scream or scream into your pillow or binge watch like Lifetime or Netflix or something like that, do whatever it is that you need to. But it's time to put this in the past. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to move forward. Now, how you can get the most out of this month, we have the Two of Swords. This is you making a decision. This is you, sort of having this blindfold on and having these swords crossed, not being able to see, trying to figure out things, trying to figure out what the path forward is. This is your opportunity for rest. Remember, we had the Hermit card in the first position for the energy that this new month is bringing to you. And so it's decision time. And look, we have the Five of Swords. It's going to be a little bit challenging for you, I think, but you're going to have to stand your ground. This is something that you're going to have to fight through. And I feel like because of this Ten of Swords that you experienced and this sort of opportunity that didn't come to fruition, it's frustrating, it's lingering, it feels like it's something that you're holding on to, but you're going to have to fight through it. So this new energy that's available to you this month, this abundance, it's not going to come to you if you're stuck on this. So making the most out of this month is going to be you sort of fighting through. It's going to be you fighting through this. Now, something related to your journey that you need to explore, we have the Five of Cups, and this is regret. The Five of Cups is all about regret. Thinking about what could have been, what should have been, what might have been, all of that. And you need to figure out why this was so important to you. What does this represent in your life? And we got a couple more that came out for you. The Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords, to clarify. So with the Seven of Swords, this is a fighting card. This is like your defensive stance. And the Knight of Swords is someone that's fickle, that's in and out, that's not necessarily reliable, not necessarily trustworthy, not what you thought that they would be. It's a very, very wishy-washy type of energy. So looking at, something related to your journey that you need to pay attention, maybe the allowance of this type of energy in your life. And even though you might know that it wasn't for you, that there may have been this little gnawing feeling in the pit of your stomach that this was not the path that you were supposed to take, whether it's in relationship, career, or otherwise, why were you holding on so hard? Why is there so much regret associated with this? Where's the stability that you were looking for? Why are you fighting so hard? So that's something that you may want to think about as the month progresses, as you try and sort of clear out this old energy and moving towards abundance. Why are you holding on to things that may not have been meant for you? Now, something else that you may want to be mindful of for this month, for October. Oh, we have one that flipped over here. The High Priestess. This is she who knows. This is all about trusting your intuition, tapping into yourself and trusting that your gut, your ancestors, angels, spirit guides, goddesses, whoever you look to, are not going to steer you in the wrong direction. So Virgos, I think for a good chunk of you, you may have been fighting against your intuition. Those little sensations, those little feelings that your gut has told you what to do, what not to do. It's like you might have been resisting a little bit. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that maybe you need to be a little more trusting of yourself as opposed to other people. And we also have temperance to clarify. Temperance is all about balance. It's, it's earth, it's water mixing in this perfect combination. So being grounded, being fluid, being flexible, but still maintaining your footing. So it seems like for my Virgos out there, there's a happy medium that you need to strike a little bit. Trusting yourself, being open to opportunities, being willing to walk away from things that are not serving you in a way that honors you, in a way that makes you feel comfortable, in a way that makes you feel safe, in a way that makes you feel balanced. So more than anything, Virgos, I feel like Spirit is saying that now is the time for you to find your balance. Yes, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. There's probably some shadow work that needs to be tossed in there as well. Maybe a little bit of therapy, whatever moves you. But there's a change that needs to happen because right now it feels like you're blocked from what it is that you truly want and deserve in life because you've been accepting far too little in comparison to what you're worth. So I'll leave it there. I hope it was helpful. Make sure to leave a comment if this resonated with you, and I will see you next time.